Okay, so this should be the last video. I have the KLR all buttoned up one more time. Got the spacer set, the castle nut on, the split ring in. This is more seated in, so with the two collars, like in my last video, the larger one goes on this side, and the shorter one goes in here, so it can seat. I'd like to give a shout out to the fella. He's in the comments, anyways. I'll write his name there, his YouTube handle on there. He called me out on it, but I couldn't figure out what way he meant until a few comments went flying, and he eventually came out and said, "Switch them out." So, anyways, the problem was my dilemma was when I first took this bike apart. I never had the proper collars were heat warped and smashed into each other, and they fell out. So I didn't know what direction they went, and they didn't look correct anyways, so it didn't matter. When I did part 4 of this series, what I did was I put the widest one in that would fit, and I just knew the narrow parts went in, so I didn't know which one was left or right. And I was concerned. I was thinking about flipping them, and I wasn't really realizing about what way they spaced. So that was a problem. And then I put it together and put up a video, and then fella there, he started commenting, and at first he wouldn't give me the right answer. He was just telling me it's wrong and nobody follow what he does, and he was correct in saying so, because you don't want to wreck your bike. So I did take part 4 down, and he is commenting on part 5. And so these two videos I'm putting up are, and I'm not blocking him, and I'm not taking down part 5, and I'm not erasing his comments. These videos are to correct my mistake, and I did take video 4 down, so nobody just watches it and goes off. This chain guard is bent, and that's why things looked straight when I first put it on. It still looks straight when it was like that because the clearance isn't that much, but as long as you do have the big spacer in this side with the flat spot out, which I always knew flat spot should be out, and then on in here the narrow piece of the collar goes inside. That made sense, because it's got to snap in, which it always did. I had them reversed, so but they did snap in because this axle goes through them, and they're supposed to float the bearing, so the axle doesn't actually make contact to anything. Like, you want it to all free spinning. In the book it shows, like I said, mine was destroyed. It shows the way he's holding it here. It is the smaller one is on the inside, because that's the male side that goes into the cush. That's the smaller one is on the inside, or the shorter one I should say. The narrower one does go in, which is what I had right the first time. And you do see there's a right here, there's the big collar on the outside, which goes against the swing arm, right, which is there, so that the big one. So we figured it out. I wish I figured it out the first time and didn't make a video incorrectly. Like I said, it's taken down, but we are back at it. I got it all adjusted and lined up on each side, and like I said, castle nut. I got the split ring, and she's gonna need a shakedown ride. So thank you for commenting. I don't have my phone right next to me, and my hands are covered in grease anyways, but thanks for commenting, and it is actually helpful, as long as you give a productive answer as to why I'm wrong, and what way we can rectify the problem. But yeah, this is seated properly, and it is ready to go. So this should be the new completion video. I'm leaving everything else up other than the incorrect install. So because when it was installed on my final last video of number 5, you couldn't see me putting it together incorrectly. So anyway, it is now correct. It is now seated, and it was going to go up to the mechanic anyways and bring the rim and everything in anyway, until he had mentioned what way I got them wrong, instead of just saying it was wrong without an explanation. So we are completed. This bike is completed. All it needs now is to go for a ride. So thanks for watching. I apologize. I was wrong. I was incorrect when I had put that number 4 video out, and it is now rectified with the video before this, and we're good now. So thanks for watching, and like and comment down in the bottom if you have any questions.